We're here at the Alpine Lakes Loop at the Great Basin National Park. We drove from the visitor center at about maybe 6,000 foot in elevation to 10,000 feet in elevation. So trees have changed. You get a lot more like Christmas tree looking stuff up here. Amazing little creek running through here. So it's supposed to be like a 2.6 mile loop and a couple lakes. Let's go check it out. Well, we only made it about 200 feet down the trail. Ashley noticed the deer under the trees there. Maybe it'll come out into the sun. There it is. I don't think it cares that we're here. And we're in Nevada, if I haven't mentioned that. So we left 10 miles back, just kind of rolling hills, 6,000 foot elevation, a bunch of sage and juniper, and then that turns into just this, well, it's considered alpine forest up here just because of elevation and everything. So obviously lots of snow melt still. So it's pretty nice. Okay, so we're in a little patch where there's aspens growing through here, and another good look at the peak. But I want to show you something we just learned at the visitor center. So I can tell this one is a little bit newer mark here, but some of these they've already filled back in. These are going to be really old carvings in these trees. This one's exceptionally old, and obviously 2022, but some of these are just really old carvings in there, and they're called arbor glyphs.
I think you got.
And they said way back when sheep herders would actually mark a lot of these trees. So we've been hiking in places and you could tell it was just really old carvings, but we never knew it actually had a legit deal. So some of them would have information on some of the trails when they were newer a long time ago, and then some of them would actually have poetry and all kinds of stuff. So it's a good example. Obviously that is brand new. This is a little bit newer. This is extremely old, this heart, and you can't even make out, maybe this was an M or something. You can't even make out what it says anymore, but I just thought that was kind of neat to know that it wasn't just people now carving in these trees, you know, arbor glyphs. It's pretty neat. So here's an old one, J, heart, K. All right, we made it, Stella Lake. This is early September, and there's still snow from last season up here. So another cool fact about Great Basin National Park is if you take the Bristlecone Trail, it's 3 miles. It's 2 miles from the trailhead to the ancient bristlecones. They say they can live up to 4,000 years. Wow, I don't know how much of the green showing up on camera, but especially from up the hill, you get to see right down on top of it. And the creek feeds in right here. Great Basin National Park. This is like a hidden gem. Okay, so we decided to go to the Bristlecone Grove after all. It was another 0.7 off of the lake loop. Okay, we made it. How do you know? Because the sign tells us. Bristlecone Pine Loop Trail. It's one of the big, huge trees a little bit further up in the canyon. And the canyon area looks crazy. Still snow up there. But you're just, you can sit here and just stare at some extremely old trees. They are really cool looking trees.
Some of them are really 5,000 years old.
Yeah, bristlecone pines. That's something new. It's pretty cool. Yeah, if you come out to Great Basin National Park, definitely recommend doing the Alpine Loops, Alpine Lake Loop, and catching the bristlecone grove. It's just a little shoot off of there. It is absolutely amazing out here. This is I think a very underrated park, or just they're just not promoting it enough. People don't know they're here. So anyways, if you get a chance, come check it out. Great Basin National Park.